The Lotus Sutra, Volume 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of the podcast provided by the Buddha's Practice Incorporated of Australia. In our last session, we discussed how Manjushri Bodhisattva revealed the reason for the Buddha's light, indicating that the Lotus Sutra was about to be preached. Today, we enter the second chapter, Expedient Means, to see how the Buddha himself begins to explain the essence of this sutra. When the Buddha rose from his profound samadhi, he said something very important to Shariputra, directly pointing to the core of the Dharma. The Buddha said, "The wisdom of all Buddhas is profoundly vast and immeasurable, something that all voice hearers and Pratyekabuddhas cannot comprehend." Why is this so? The Buddha explained that he had cultivated the complete path of all Buddhas, having been close to countless Buddhas. He had attained an extremely profound and unprecedented Dharma and was able to use various skillful means and metaphors to guide sentient beings, helping them let go of all attachments. The Buddha then emphasized, only a Buddha can fully comprehend the ultimate reality of all phenomena. This includes such a form, such a nature, such a substance, such power, such a function, such a cause, such a condition, such an effect, such a retribution, and such an ultimate equality of all. 1. Shariputra's confusion and request for the Dharma. The Buddha's words left all the voice hearers and Pratyekabuddhas, including Shariputra, confused. They thought to themselves, "We have attained nirvana and liberation, but we can't understand the profound Dharma the Buddha is speaking of today." Shariputra, aware of the doubts of the assembly and his own lack of clarity, requested the Dharma from the Buddha 3 times. He asked, "World-honored one, why do you so earnestly praise the Buddha's supreme skillful means, the profoundly subtle and difficult to comprehend Dharma? I have never heard you speak in this way before. Now, everyone in this assembly has doubts, and we wish for you to compassionately explain it to us." 2. The Buddha's hesitation and the departure of 5,000. However, in response to Shariputra's repeated requests, the Buddha repeatedly said, "Stop, stop. There is no need to speak further. If I were to speak of this matter, all beings in the world, including devas and humans, would be astonished. Those arrogant bhikshus would even fall into a great pit." The great pit here refers to the destruction of good roots due to arrogance and wrong views, which could lead to falling into the evil realms. Shariputra, with his great wisdom, responded to the Buddha. He knew that although the beings present had different capacities, many had made offerings to Buddhas in past lives and had sharp faculties and clear wisdom. They would be able to understand and believe in the Dharma. He earnestly pleaded with the Buddha again, saying that as the Buddha's eldest son, he wished for the Buddha to compassionately expound this supreme and wonderful Dharma. After Shariputra's 3rd sincere request, the Buddha finally agreed. He said, "You have earnestly requested this 3 times, so how can I not speak? Now, listen carefully and contemplate it well. I will explain it for you." As soon as the Buddha said this, a peculiar event occurred. 5,000 bhikshus, bhikshunis, laymen, and laywomen stood up from their seats, bowed to the Buddha, and quietly left. Why did this happen? The sutra explains that these people had deep roots of offense and were arrogant, believing they had attained what they had not yet attained, and realized what they had not yet realized. Their arrogance and wrong views made it impossible for them to accept this profound and subtle Dharma. The Buddha, knowing their faults, remained silent and did not stop them. This was an act of the Buddha's compassion, using his majestic power to protect them from slandering the Dharma and thus severing their good roots. 3. Conclusion. Sincere reverence allows the Dharma to flow. This section of the sutra provides us with a profound insight. Only with a sincere, reverent, and humble heart can one receive the nourishment of the Dharma. Arrogance acts like a high wall, rejecting all good things and preventing us from accepting the Buddha's profound wisdom. Thank you for listening.